November 4th, our government will table the first federal budget, our first federal budget. And that'll be our plan to protect our communities, our borders, our way of life. Our plan to build a stronger economy where everyone has a chance to get ahead. And our plan to empower Canadians with new opportunities, better careers, and a lower cost of living. The old world order is disappearing and a new one has yet to emerge. Times like this, it's time to be bold, because how we respond will shape Canada's path for decades to come. By making generational investments at home and by building deeper partnerships abroad, we will build Canada strong.
Hey, Shalom, brother, Shalom. And that new world order that he is talking about, he's talking about the digital system, which will destroy this monetary system that we have known our whole lives, which is paper money, right? Truly, anybody that's still alive right now really and truly doesn't remember a time where money was backed by gold or by silver, right? Because it's been a while. But this new system, which is this digital system, it's becoming more and more prevalent because that's the way that they're going to implement what is known as the mark of the beast, which is written all throughout the scriptures, which says that no man will be able to buy or sell save he that had the mark. Okay, so with that, I'd like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto, coming back with another one. And today is November 4th. And what is a budget, right? This federal budget that he's talking about. A federal budget lets people know where money is going to be spent, right? Is that something that people should study? Of course, right? Because the financiers, right, dictate how much hurt people will have throughout their time in office. It lets you know where jobs are going to be cut. It lets you know where money is going to be spent. So these things are always good to view in the sense of, okay, well, this is what's going on. Now, this is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 3, and it reads, "In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the window be darkened." Right? Now, this is prophecy right here. It says, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble. And this is a house, right? We call this a country, but really and truly it's a house, right? It's ran under one ecosystem, an ecosystem of what? Of commerce, where they're able to allow the flow of goods or the flow of money, which is known as currency, right? This is something that these keepers of the house are able to control. They're the ones that are able to create inflation. Okay, they're able to create shrinkflation. Right, look that up. Which we're living in a time of shrinkflation. That's why when you go and you buy a bag of potato chips, in the bag of potato chips is less chips. That's known as shrinkflation, right? To where they might hold the price. So they might put a price freeze on a bag of chips. So let's say chips is $2. Even though it's inflation and they should raise the price of the bag of chips, what they'll do, they'll just they'll keep the same size and they'll tell you, oh, this size bag of chips, but they'll take out as much chips as they put in the bag. All right, this is the wickedness that we're dealing with in the society with the keepers of the house, this ecosystem, this economy. All right, because when you go into the word economy, you're going into what? A household. So this household is what? Is ran off of a negative balance sheet. This society is what? Debt-based. This is a debt-based economy. This economy is not ran on positivity or on growth. They want you people to be indebted to the society. That's when you know the society is running correctly. Because who are you going to be in debt to? The international banking cartels. They want to own us. That's the whole point of the MOTB. Now, this is Revelation 12 and 15. And it reads, "And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed." Going into what? Going into this Roman society or mindset or rulership of the dragon, right? Which links up with what? Which links up with pagan Rome or the Greco-Roman Empire, which is the rule of who? Of the Edomites, right? This is the last leg of the Roman Empire, which is what? Babylon the Great, right? Which is really and truly a representation of America. Now, are the Edomites ruling all throughout the world? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. The Edomites have power all throughout the four corners of the earth. They proved that during the time of COVID, right? Or the C-19, I should say. They proved that. They proved that they were able to shut down the whole entire globe. Okay? Verse 16 says, "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads." How was he able to do that? By getting everybody on what? On debt. This new way of life, which is free money, which there's no such thing as free money, right? He's able to inflate currencies, right? To drive down the price of said currency to where now you are paying more for a thing. Okay? It says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free. It doesn't matter who you are, right? You will not be able to participate in this monetary system unless you take that mark. And that is a physical mark. It's something that has to be put into your skin, right? Either your right hand or in your forehead, something like a neural link. As long as you're able to be scanned, you're able to be scanned when you go inside the grocery stores to where you're able to pay for your products without cash, without cards. So if you don't have no cash and you don't have no cards, then what is it that you're going to need? The only other thing that makes sense, right, which we have decoded through the spirit of the HI, which is the heavenly intelligence, is what? Is the RFID, the radio frequency identity tag. And it is that what it is. It is an identity tag. Okay? It says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell. See, so it's a currency. It's a financial system, right? Because if you're able to buy or sell, there's monetary value behind that thing. It's now accepted. Okay? Just like at one time, gold and silver was accepted, right? There was a time where salt was accepted, right, as currency. At one time, there was tulips, right? I think when you go into Louisiana, you had something known as tulip mania. There's always been things that people have used as currency. Corn. There's a time when corn was currency, right? Or you had a barter system. This is the digital system, right, that we are under. Okay, and it's going to be used to to make that ultimate decision for the world, right? And what is that ultimate decision? If you are going to be destroyed, right? Because whoever, if you are an Israelite and you take the MOTB, you will be destroyed. And it says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Exactly. Because remember, how are you going to sell something if the people them who are going to have that, let's say you have something to sell, but you don't have the MOTB, and the person who's trying to buy something, he has the MOTB. Well, that person cannot make a transaction with you because you don't have the MOTB. You two are not going to be linked. You're not going to be connected to each other. And the devices are going to know to where it's going to be like, oh, this person does not have the MOTB, right? You'll probably be able to make a automatic phone call to the boy them, right? So you people are people that we can't even be around the people in that day, man. Because whatever devices that's in them, they're gonna be able to tell that, hey, this man right here does not have the MOTB, and boop, they're gonna call the boy them immediately, or call some AI or some robotic police or some drone. Okay.
On November 4th, our government will table the first federal budget, our first federal budget.
Hey, and today is November 4th. And why are these things important? These things are important to find out whether this economy is going into a draconian measures type of atmosphere, right? Because that's where we could be going right now, right? We might be under draconian measures very soon, which most people are already feeling the proverbial pinch, right, of what they're doing, or the cattle prod, right? We are the cattle, we are the goyim of this society, and we're being prodded by the herders, right? The goat herders, the sheep herders, or the cattle herders, right? The people with that instrument to lead society, or the power to lead society, to make society flow in the way that they want us to flow, or dress in the way, or speak in the way, right? Who has power to do that? that's something you people are going to have to find out, right? Who's able to make everyone in the world dress the same, or speak the same, or if you don't speak that way, you'll be blocked, right? Right now, I'm on YouTube. If I don't speak in the correct way, I will be flagged, or I will be blocked, or I'll be removed, right? Who has power to do that?
And that'll be our plan to protect our communities, our borders, our way of life. Our plan to build a stronger economy where everyone.
And the way that he's going to protect his communities and his borders are going to be through AI, and it's going to be through robotics. It has nothing to do with people. These people are against humanity, right? When they tell you, oh, they're humanitarians, no, they are not. They are Luciferians. They are Luciferians. Anybody, and all the top people that you can think of that you think is a humanitarian, Google the top humanitarians in history. They are all Luciferians. They're actually not for humanity at all. They're actually against humanity.
Has a chance to get ahead. And our plan to empower Canadians with new opportunities. Better.
You cannot empower Canadians with new opportunities because the Canada that you are establishing is going to be digital. The people are going to be surveilled, right? Surveillance is going to be everywhere in this society. The people are not going to have quote unquote freedoms that they have been accustomed to. It's going to be more like China, where they're going to have what is that? A social credit score, right? And your social credit score is going to be based upon compliance. If you're able to comply with whatever society tells you, you're going to be an android. You cannot question your government. You cannot question society. You just have to go in the direction that they ask you without any rebuttal, any rebuttal at all. That's the society that they are creating right now.
Careers, and a lower cost of living. The old world order is disappearing, and a new one has yet to emerge.
There you go. There you have it. Right? There you have it. Him speaking in code. That's how you know this man is a Luciferian. Right? He is a part of that great work. That great work that goes all the way back to the Tower of Babel with Nimrod. That great work that was spoken about by George Bush Sr. when he first mentioned that new world order, that bright idea. Right? So this man is following a long line of Luciferians and their plan of world domination or of rulership, right? But to rule in a particular type of way where they would be able to surveil the whole entire world and have people under chipped with a microchip, okay? To where they're going to be able to 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 stop you from buying whatever they don't want you to buy, doing whatever they don't want you to do. They're going to give you a basic income where you're only going to be able to spend this amount of money, and they'll tell you what to spend that money on. Right? You people will never own anything. You won't be able to own a car. You won't be able to own a home. This is the society, man. This is the new world order. This is the new world order. And it's here. And there is no going back. And there is nothing that the world can do. There is nothing the prophets can do to stop it. The prophets, we as the prophets, we don't want to stop it. We want it to come. The sooner the better. The sooner that it comes, even though we're going to feel the pain, is the sooner that we're out of here. Right? Just like the elites are tired of playing this game with this world, we're tired of seeing them play the game. We can't wait for them to show their true self. Now, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 12 and 10, and it reads, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." Okay? So his wickedness is a part of him, right? This is verse 11. Though he humble himself, right, which he did for a while through democracy or through liberalism, right? Liberalism or democracy was the Edomite playing that good cop versus bad cop, right? He was a good cop for a while, right? Through liberalism, through I'm your friend, through equality, through oh my gosh, I always forget the name of this shit. The movement with Martin Luther King, the that movement, whatever that fucking movement is called. I always forget the name of that movement. Shit, man. But yeah, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, right? Because he has a plan. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou had wipest a looking glass, and shalt know that his rust hath not been altogether wiped away. And it's time now where the Edomites are going to show their true colors, right? Their true identity. That's what we're going to see now. Moving forward, we're going to see that the Edomites are still the same devils as they've been. They haven't changed. They just learned how to play the game, right? You're starting to see their Charlie Kirk side. You're starting to see their Donald Trump side, okay? The side that they presented to the world was their Joe Biden side or their Bill Clinton side, okay? But you're going to start to see their true side, right? Which is that dragon. And we're living in a time of draconian measures. It's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Fast forward this shit.
yet to emerge. Times like this, it's time to be bold, because how we respond will shape Canada's path for decades to come.
Bold like who? Bold like that guy in England, right? Stormer, right? What did Stormer say? He said, "Yo, ain't nobody working in this motherfucker unless you guys get this fucking ID card." That's what he means by bold. That's what he means by bold. What does he mean by bold? He means bold like Justin Trudeau, who was willing to suspend the rights of Canadians from protesting, froze your bank accounts, forced you to take things in your body that were not studied. This is what he means when he says be bold. Take away your rights, whatever that means to you, right? You people feel like you have so much fucking rights in this society. Not understanding you are a citizen. You don't have rights. You have privileges, right? You don't have rights. You have privileges.
By making generational investments at home and by building deeper partnerships abroad, we will build Canada strong.
Exactly. And those deeper partnerships that he's talking about is going into what? That new world order, one world governments, one world religion, right? That's what you people have to get prepared for. You have to get prepared for a currency collapse. You have to get ready for mass unemployment, riots, rape, robbery. It's going to be complete chaos in these streets, man. It's going to be madness, right? There is no good prophecies for this world. The only thing prophetically for this world is judgment. That's what you people have to look forward to, right? So, yeah, I just wanted to do a quick lesson on that. And with that, I'd like to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well. And to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity, only the elect, the 144,000 and the 1/3. Shalom to you and to you alone. And to the rest of you, Abba Babal and Shalak Rayam.